want to convert it tonight, not only winning their first Pro League title, but the Intel Grand Slam for good measure. It would be up against the Vitality T side.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, we've been here before, Chad.
And he had a P250 in his hands as well, didn't he? It was the first round of the fifth map. Here we go.
No. And they charge in. Electronic good for the first. He was kept very quiet on overpass, and Bit ready to put his name in the feed as well. So this was very simple, really, from the French. And hang on, Chad. I really am getting flashbacks. What's happening here? The 10 HP, the P250. Can we calm down? Thank you. Thank you very much.
You just seen the stars align again.
No, I couldn't have that. I would have just been quiet throughout the whole thing. I wouldn't have been able to watch it.
Okay, all right. NaVi.
They've been winning a lot of pistols, Chad.
Yeah, they have been. Now, in case you don't know what Alex and I are talking about, right now on your second monitor, maybe your phone, go back and check out the ZywOo. I think it was a 2v5.
6K, yeah, he killed 6 people. Yeah.
He defied the laws of Counter-Strike. Check that one out from the IEM Beijing Haidan Grand Final between these two. It was the fifth map.
Oh, this looks fun. The double run boost Glock Eco. Woo! It works for a frag.
Well, a frag's not bad because now the AKs are going to come out here, so all good. First 2 rounds under our belt, and you're right, we need something to sink our teeth into. We need a back and forth affair here. We've gone the distance, and give the viewers something to sink their teeth into.
Chad, they went for 4 FAMAS in that one, and up against the full Glock Eco, it now means that coming into round 3, NaVi's buy just looks so limp.
Yeah, and look, the rationale here is if you know or you have an inclination that Vitality without the plant are going to go for an eco, you get those rifles up early. I know it's not the best. I know it's not M4s for everybody here, but at least it's rifles to contest, and fast towards middle they go. Shots quickly spammed on through there. Electronics found a gap in the smoke, and that's a nice opener.
That is exactly what Electronic was missing before. Apex, that is some brave stuff. Full commit towards the CT spray. Nothing, though, in the feed. It is 2 to the good for NaVi here to post their third, and those FAMAS, what do I know? Looking very comfortable up against the AK-47. ZywOo, however, on the reload, could be hunted down. Multiple targets in front of him, and now suddenly we're in a 2-on-2. Perfecto's pushed T-spawn, so they're actually kind of in between both of them.
Oh dear. If ZywOo just wants to go late towards B here, because Kyojin's currently parked in the underpass with the bomb, might be a head-on with Perfecto here, who's having to double back all the way through the B apartment, silently getting further and further away from
Look at what Kyojin's holding, bro.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Electronic's gone up in towards Palace. Perfecto's been left to find whatever information he can, and he doesn't know where they are. They could literally be anywhere right now.
So they've fully cut noise to the point now where NaVi have no idea.
Electronic up towards Palace right now could be the complete spoiler, right? If he stays undetected and ZywOo doesn't molly this Palace position, he can just deny the plant and should secure the round.
But this is ZywOo we're talking about. And actually, Electronic's not going to wait around him.
Oh.
They think they caught a whiff. They caught a whiff. ZywOo beheads him. Problems now. Safe assumption. Perfecto was on B. They got all the time in the world to set themselves up in this after plant. And no real hope for Perfecto. He has got his glasses on, Chad.
And he does have a full belt of utility here, which unfortunately means he may just go for the save.
Oh, there is saving specs.
Yeah.
Didn't change them out for the clutching specs.
I could have done a good joke, but I don't know if the rest of the world has spec savers.
Yes.
You do?
We do.
Damn.
But then again, you guys are kind of like the cool Brits. So.
I thought we were like the budget Brits. But
no, you're like the ones, but you get like sun and you're kind of a bit more cool. We're a bit buttoned up and iffy and bigoted.
Yeah, it rains all the time for you guys, though, so no wonder you're miserable half the time.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is quite a bad round for NaVi to lose, all things considered, because that kicked off fantastically well. They get the 2 opening kills. They're sitting pretty in a 3-on-5. And the reason it's so bad, look, when the scoreline reads 2-1, you don't think it's bad, but just remember what's going through the NaVi's players' heads right now, right? This is their Pro League Grand Final, the Intel Grand Slam. They've been in a 5-map best of 5 before against Vitality, and they've lost it on the 5th.
Damn, Chad. I mean, yeah, it's not like they're not going to have forgotten on any of that either.
No, so stack all those things up. The pressure definitely mounting on them, and we know that NaVi historically, right, the org has been one that's had some issues as far as tilt goes. So
yeah, and you want some individual tilt. How about the guy that stole your #1 2 years running? Simple versus ZywOo. Boomich for now contending with Palace. Oh, Boomich screwed by the timing. Can you believe it? Just as he switches away. And that smoke from Simple does keep him relevant. Electronic as well pulls himself back into the fray with a frag. Apex worming around this, but that's the...
Oh, that's a big miss.
That's a big miss. Tuck in tail now, but the bomb's down and it's game on. Cycling through his nades, I was thinking about this. Takes a chance, Simple catches him. Making good on his previous shortcomings now. No nades, so it's just gonna be a tough fight. Masuta from ramp. Apex, however, is gonna have to do it all. And he's already revealed his location. Well, take one with him, but well recovered there from the NaVi camp.
Okay, and that was scrapping the fight together, right? They just lost that round. They're having to throw some guns across, get the AWP in the hands of Simple, and he gets 2 kills. Now, let's be honest, everybody. If you've watched a lot of Simple play, we haven't had the Simple that we all know and love tonight. We haven't had the one ripping the server apart.
Well,
and
doesn't
that
get worse.
right there.
It truly cannot go worse than that.
Yeah, Boomich is going to be mega frustrated with that one there. Great from Simple to continue to worm around that smoke after that miss, but all in all, here we go, 3-1. Guns back out for Vitality. The plants made this one possible. Apex's frustration is going to be one to keep tabs on too.
But yeah, as you were discussing regarding Simple, he hasn't needed to, you know, in their victories. It's been a team effort for sure, but at this stage in the game, when it is do or die, melee or no, killer bonus for the boys. Or nothing.
Literally nothing.
Not literally nothing, yeah.
I think it's like 80 grand or something
80K or 1.2 mil. Up for debate in Mirage here. It is kind of crazy. And they will, admittedly, though it does not necessarily have implications tonight, they do have 2 more opportunities before it times out, right? So this wouldn't be their last chance. I am Winter. But either way, legged into Kyojin, yeah, well, they live on. Might want to throw his rifle over to Shox if he can find him, who currently is detached from the pack. They're looking to take a bit of mid-control, or at least flirt with it. Here comes Bit, a solo mission, and he does eliminate Masuta. Can't do much with that one. Look at that smoke. It doesn't really cover them, but Kyojin will catch him all the same. Another one, Simple. Slips by the wayside. Zywoo's solo and with the bomb committed. This is a weird one for Vitality. There's no way in. Only Apex up against the world. And there it is, falling apart, falling flat.
Okay, 4-1 now. And some shots just go on either side here for Simple, but still will convert. And look, Perfecto, they got even a great chance against Apex, who looked like he was in another wild spray. So we've already seen Apex from Palace attempt to go downtown in a ticket fight with Boomich. And then there, that we didn't get to see it first person, but I can tell you it probably wasn't the prettiest. We'll catch it from Perfecto's perspective here, so able to slow him on down. And then this one here, yeah, Apex has gone for a... That was sideways. Apex is still coming. There you go. That's what I wanted to get to. So there was one more on Perfecto's naughty list there, and it will have to be the eco.
Look at them. Look at them. I mean, they just know they're within touching distance, and every little extra you can juice out of your team, whether it's through celebrations or words of affirmation, now is the time. You're already up, and you know you've got the most ridiculously emotional leader on the other side of things. Get under his skin, shoot his corpse a little bit if you're up and running.
He's trying to get him fired up there. Whatever he's saying, let's see if it manifests in some success here, because Apex is going for the classic, you guys go B, you guys go A, and I'll go B and plant, right? We all know that one.
We've seen it before.
That requires his teammates to get some traction on this A site. So everybody with the meat cleaver of a deagle in their hands. Zywoo in Palace. 3 currently residing over towards the A ramp. And before you really have a look in right now, if you're Vitality, you want to wait for these smokes to subside. So waiting out the early protocol utility of NaVi. And now they're starting to have a look. All 3 proceeding up the ramp. Boomich is the man to find over towards Ticket.
Well, he's been spotted out, and the presence on A has been noted. Boomich calls for assistance. Simple and Electronic fly to their aid. Still plenty of time for this one. Bits rotated to the short side, pushed up. And
boost.
The sandwich boost will give them a little bit of a slip here. Oh, Simple's down. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Still holding fast on the B side. That bomb plant still looking unlikely. More frags found. Shox down, but they didn't see the bomb. And he's just going for it. Perfecto. His patience is rewarded. Naughty.
Gave him a moment to stew in his own juices.
Yeah.
So
are you going to hold that? Or
you want to fight me? What do you want to go for here, mate? All right. Well, there you have it. 5-1 and a great start for NaVi. Now, I'll be that guy. Someone has to be. When there's been great starts from a team, they've won the map.
I don't want it to go down like this.
Nobody does. Everybody at home, sitting here, tuning in, Simple versus Iwi, lots of excitement, lots of clutches, really close games, back and forth affairs. None of that.
Yeah, maybe we should give Harry and Hugo a call.
Get them on the phone. They get all the exciting games.
Good Lord. As always, it's the semi-finals that have delivered some high-octane moments, but we're here in our fifth. Oh, and Electronic looking a little lost there, charging up mid. Apex greets him with a spray, and util dump here. They've got a bit of a congregation of Frenchmen on that Tetris. Flashed off, advancing regardless, and do need to see a plant soon, because the rotate's on its way, and Zoewu's already been caught. That's big from Boomich. The bullets through the smoke don't find him, so now we've got a 4-on-4 for the retake. Great flash, no one takes the fight. Setup is there, a couple more flashes where that came from, and Bit's the first from NaVi to advance. Well controlled, Kyojin posts another. High impact. There's the newest addition. Oh. He adjusts on the jump. Boomich down.
Save?
Yeah, you have to. You got an AWP on Simple. He's already charging away from the site. Well, this will be at least some evidence that Vitality can hang with the big boys here.
Now we're cooking. They've just gone towards A. They get gifted a free kill, opening top mid. Electronic giving up another opening death. He had his fair share of those on Overpass. And they just stick to their guns. They get on in. And Kyojin, right? Let's see. Imagine if he comes alive in this fifth map of Mirage here and just lights him up. That Overpass would have done wonders for his confidence. So we're getting caught off guard there. In the end, it doesn't matter.
Fair play.
Committing to the spray as well, right? He has to be trapped. He's either going to run out wide off your spray or he's just going to stand there and take the bullets. That one is beautiful. And now we do have the buy back in from NaVi here. Those saves, it has facilitated a chance at another gun round here, but they're going to take the time out to talk this one through. And every single one of these timeouts that they have, they need to be good, right? They need to be used at key times. Because for NaVi, every single round, I feel like the emotions are going to be swelling to such a point. You're in your own little bubble as well, right? You're not going to be humbled by a crowd being against you or being woken up. You're in your own little bubble. So whatever you manifest in that room right now, come back to bite you here. So timeout has concluded. AWP will be scooped on up from Simple. Everybody's got their rifles, M4, A4s, and an AK for Perfecto. util looking good and kit's in play, and away we go again. Back towards this A bomb site. Boomich, they're going to come knocking on your door, my friend.
There's no smoke, there's no mirrors. This is just the brute force 5-man throw nades and commit. This is retro. Walking on in. Smokes are still blooming. Boomich will be jumping for info and confirms there's action on the site. The smoke to at least segregate and delay that plant. Good spray, tagging him up, but they're into the site. They're still floating around Tetris. No real ground covered by Vitality.
What's he meant to do here?
He's looking for an angle, anything to get confirmation that the squad is here. And wow, Masuta's actually tagged him up there, I think. Boomich is down. Saiwu saves his teammate from a cruel fate, and there goes Simple. Suddenly, Vitality's A hits looking potent. The frags just delivered to them one by one, single file. Bomb to be planted. Perfecto just looking to catch a couple on this push for CT control. And he could catch more than they bargained for here. He picked up an AWP, so Apex steadies his aim and calms us all down for a Vitality third.
Wow, all right, that was a full investment. NaVi drop guns to make that happen. They saved to make that round happen, and it's just gone in the blink of an eye. Right, Boomich is getting bullied there. He has two choices. He can either sit, retake the entire time, or he can go and actually try and find some traction into the site. And he went for the option of traction, and he just got removed. Bullets coming through, damage done, nowhere to hide. And maybe nowhere to hide for Electronic now. Bomb, a long way gone here. Shox has come up through the underpass, and it looks like he's done pressing the issue here. So this will be Vitality with their third, and now we're back into it. Loss bonus, 1,900 into the next round of play. Any NaVi, they could go for another buy if they would like. Perfecto and Simple have enough right now. Electronic could drop a FAMAS across, and Boomich could buy himself here if they want to purchase. But at the moment, think about what these A hits have done. It will force NaVi to play either a heavy A setup, right, having more players close towards A ramp or Palace. Something different needs to come on through. Simple's been given the AWP. Okay, well, we've seen this before. Perfecto was the only one who could make that happen. It's just a bit of a crippled buy with the saved AK and the AWP right now, and Simple on Nuke found multiple kills when he was gifted the AWP like this, so they need him to step up. There's a lot of faith in his hands here.
Yeah, he's just averted his gaze to smoke off that Palace, which is the 3-man assault. And on the repeat, some territory's been lost. Shox is already tucked into the ladder room early. Lovely amount of map control. Oh, the vent's already broken. Even better. He can slink if he desired all the way through. Simple aware of the gap, has to address it. But this is ideal for Apex, right? He can call the pincer when he sees fit.
Boomage just getting bullied here though, isn't he?
They are really isolating him. Again, he's all alone. Simple smoked off. It's literally just Boomage and Simple turns. Oh, Vitality, they're here. Mirage, game on. And that saved AWP, or recovered, bought AWP, will have to be recovered. There we go, nearly got the sentence out.
Shox knows it's gone right now. They should try and hunt, try and take this AWP away, right? I feel like NaVi have screwed themselves with this type of a purchase. If they don't hold on to the AWP and the AK of Electronic, oh, so much damage being done.
Perfecto. He's got a chance for the AK, but now it all falls to Electronic to save this AWP. And there's still about 20 seconds left. Good luck, have fun. And as he peeks out, looking to escape, he will do so. A fake smoke, trying to... Oh, now they have to use it. Apex is on the site, ZywOo and Apps, there's no way. Simple wants it, NaVi wants it, Electronics hunted, still hitting shots, but in the last seconds it's fallen. ZywOo gets himself a lovely upgrade, not for Simple today, changes his mind. I guess they've got plenty of cash should he desire.
Oh dear.
Wow, okay, well that's quite the return to form, a resurgence from Vitality here.
Yeah, and you really have to start worrying about NaVi now, especially if they buy into this next round of play, and I can confirm that they are. Bitch just bought in Boomage to follow, Electronic doing the same. Perfecto bought that AWP for Simple, and he gets nothing out of it. That means Perfecto now has to just wield this Deagle, and the pressure for NaVi, it's getting to him. There's no doubt about that. If NaVi lose this one, oh, all right, don't worry about that conversation. Apex down through the smoke. They're coming B. Perfecto only with his Deagle, remember?
Yeah, Simple's got the M4. Shox is vulnerable, trying to delay with jumps. Perfecto's done so much. That Deagle is all he needs, Chad. Simple and Perfecto combined to repel the B take. ZywOo up against 5. And he's in the smoke. It's stared at by Bit. Audio cues to build a picture. ZywOo, stone-faced killer. With nothing to report.
Just in no man's land right there, giving it his best crack, but call that 6 now. And okay, there's plenty of money for a Vitality buy, but that was sketch for NaVi, right? That purchase, they're lucky to get upgrades out of this, and well, they're lucky to find this one too. Like, what does he see? Absolutely nothing. Perfecto doing a great job here. You know, there's so much... I can't tell you how much pressure is on Perfecto in that situation. He just has a Deagle. Yeah, he's anchoring B.
He's the one that gets the info as well. He's making the call and the magic happen with the double. So really big stuff out of Perfecto. A support player, but supporting with frags as well. 9 kills.
They're testing Boomage again. Look at this. They're going back towards A and through Palace one more time. ZywOo with a chance on the AWP there. Yeah,
there's an exception to the rule now, and that is Simple. No longer is Boomage isolated, no longer is Simple rotating in and timing. It's perfect for the first. They've isolated him, they've unloaded their mags, Shox has bullets, baited in, and now the trades favor the French. Apex blind to Electronic, still up to kick a fuss, and they're canceling this. They're returning, there's a lot of unknowns about that mid push and the info there, but they will pull the plug. Game on.
All right, plenty of time for this as well. So that entire skirmish has gone down and we still have over a minute remaining on the clock. Heaps of utility for Vitality and they can just press pause. 5v5, how about we play 3v3? So from spawn, all of them grouping on up and starting to head over towards this B bomb site where Bit and that AK-47 currently reside. He's left on an absolute island here, Bit. The rotation for Electronic and Perfecto is miles away.
Oh my God, yeah, that's like full painting a ball with a face on it and talking to it island.
He has a smoke here, Bit. If he dropped it, you know, he could buy himself a bit of a buffer, but I don't feel the timing's going to be there. He's just going to hide bench and hope, just hope he's able to get this timing right.
Well, Cavalry will be summoned. Bit Molotov'd out. They've done their due diligence. I think one sound cue is enough for them to know there's one on site to contend with, and he will drop util to confirm that. Great util, but still that bomb plant. They need to get it down. 10 seconds. Bit finally found. He's hold his nerve. They need to plant. Bit still exists. Kyojin flustered. He has to plant now. And that's the denial. Go on, Bit. That's magic. Only him on the site, and he takes them all down with him.
Oh, take a big breath. That got so bloody sketchy there. The Molotovs from Vitality were absolutely
Everywhere
perfect.
he went, there was flames.
They had him completely dead to rights with those flames, and he still manages to survive, even through the flash. Shox unable to convert this kill. Check this out, completely blind. Shox runs past him, unable to get the kill, and then Bit still manages to get away with all of it.
Oh, man. Like, he is truly playing like someone that's been in a Tier 1 scene for so many years, and Electronic has. And he demonstrates it with a quick control of 4. Vitality came to his mid, and he has sent them packing, looking like an 8th.
Electronic has been great, hasn't he? Right, obviously on the last map, he dropped off on Overpass, but you think about the maps he's been present for and the impact we've been seeing out of this guy. Give him the ace, give him that final kill. Apex just below him now, and there it is. Electronic, he takes them all.
Give him the MVP. We'll have to look at the stats. The dude's looking insane.
8-4. This has happened very, very quickly now. Vitality, they need a response, and they need it immediately. This is great. The first two showing you just that aim, just tapping away, and then the spray, long range, mowing him down. I know they're on eco, right? I know a lot of you out there making the eco Cobra hiss, but still, like, someone's going to make those kills. And that's at range, right? Electronic demonstrating his skill right there.
Yeah, anything you can do, Apex, I can do a whole lot better. Okay, another change up. Makes up for the mid defense. And this time, Zai was the one looking for a way in. Just as Electronic slips out. He knows he's on a timer for the underpass, and he's timed his nade to perfection. Just as Apex arrived, so did the nade, a bit shy of the mark, but leaves one all the same.
See, from this conditioning of going A all the time, Simple is so scared of the A bomb site. He's having to be over and cheating over to help Boomich a little bit more. Mid's more susceptible here, so working on some control. Mid's forward.
Oh, okay, bringing some aggression to the plate, but this time Apex comfortable. Both of them there, Simple aware. They've left the bomb so far back, so this is all just to find and seize an early advantage. The retake util gets them sketched out, but no one takes a glance. But these are the kind of advantages we've seen Vitality very rarely let slip. Apex has a tendency to just use this pack rolly mentality, a little Shoxy lurk for good measure. As long as they have enough time has previously come back to bite them on a few of these advantage rounds, and then all it takes is another one from Electronic. Boomich in tow, Simple there. This A site's going to be a tough cookie to crack. And already Boomich with the first, Masuta at least neutralizing the Electronic threat, and the headshots come easy. 20 seconds, they spotted out Simple. They know there's one in Palace, but the bomb goes down and no reason to give them the fight. A back and forth affair, Chad.
Simple, he's gone. He's lost the AWP. Zywo cut off the rotation, and he's hunting for the last man. And Perfecto was short. Zywo with the pressure, he gets the kill. And that is 5 now. And oh, NaVi, they have enough here to go for another buy. But yeah, we do have that back and forth nature, and Vitality, when they strike, that is great, right? Every little element of that is good. They were already thinking about what if for the save. Safety net of Shox coming out here. Look at this, just going to absolutely blindside Boomich. There's no way for Simple to cover him there. And this is great from Zywo. Look, this is his 6th and his 7th kill, but huge kills to find.
Yeah, forces all of that to be rebought into our 14th. So should NaVi falter, could be pretty etch-a-sketched for them to convert a 9th.
Another stalled out approach here from Vitality. You can just see how passive they are. Top mid, Apex and Zywo over towards A again. So they've been getting their way at this A bomb site. Vitality are getting in without too many dramas whatsoever. Bits over here now. Boomich jump peeking again. Simple and Electronic have a very aggressive mid stance right now, so they have all the info they could require. Simple was just watching underpass. And here they go.
Yeah, ramp flash, calls and summons Simple to the A site. Electronic responsible for middle, and he's spotted out at least one. Simple returns to back his teammate up, and already catching the aggressing in-game leader. Bomb on its way to A. 3 here. Bit already been brilliant. And he's got multiple targets, both just deleted in a blink of an eye. Now Shox tucked in and known. 50 seconds, he doesn't have to rush this, and as much as he can, he'll tuck in. He repositions and lets Zywo work his magic a little. He's got a load of util, but Zywo Gonna try and piece this one together as best he can. Silently confirms nothing actively short. Oh, and he's found one, but the double peek him right back. Shox has some info off the back of that. He knows there's two here. Suspects Electronics B. 20 seconds. He has been the difference maker in many of these maps here in the best of 5. Shox fakes it out, strafes into the simple bullet and call it 9. Chad, NaVi looking for a solid defensive half here, especially if they post a 10th. They could just be within that 6-round barrier to collect the Intel Grand Slam, the third name to do so.
This was great stuff here at a bit. Look how snappy it was, right? This second kill was fantastic. A little bit greedy to get the AK for the third. The double swing by Perfecto and Simple was awesome as well. And then here you have it. I think like Shox is obviously playing for the round, right? They could have really used that plant on a couple of their players here just into the final throws of this first half. Masuda will just be on a Deagle and Kyojin down to a Galil. The other three will have AKs. They will have utility behind it. So a chance to push this one to a 9-6 half. Vitality would love that.
Can make all the difference. There have been bums in seats since 4 p.m. They've gone through a nice eclectic mix of all the maps. And so now the final round of play for the T side of Vitality. Can they leave one final mark? NaVi set up for success. The flash is brilliant. Electronic for his 19th. They're still trying to go A. And Simple once again ready to play. 3 here. Boomich confirms there's more presence. I don't even... Zaiwo had the bomb, so... It's a lot of information. Bit sets himself up to contribute from short.
Boomich is alone again.
How alone is he, though? On the site, sure. Kyojin spotted out. He's keeping all their attention on default. Flashed in. It's perfect. Perfecto sets his defender up for a frag. Now only 2. And the mollies are there, the frags are too. NaVi gonna make it 10. Zaiwo can't have a single complaint to file. And so, ladies and gentlemen, NaVi heading into the final half of our grand final, and just 6 rounds separate them from a $1.2 million prize purse.
Перемку забрал.
Я жду его.
Трон убил.
Ковры. Ковры ПТС.
Одно хп! Убьем?
Жить.
Подождите.
Ой, это тот самый момент.
So NaVi recognizing that it did look a little too familiar, that pistol. Yes, they've been there before. They've been in a grand final, 5th map up against Zywoo and that P250. A different result though. Let's not forget, Vitality broke their hearts here, and now, well, NaVi with a solid 5-round lead heading into their T side. Intel Grand Slam. We've been reminding you throughout this series of just how much is at stake, the additional pressure on the shoulders of NaVi. And let's see if they can handle it into our last half of the evening. It's an 8 play, all of them here. Apex spots out a couple. They're looking a little quiet in the feed, and they are taking that jungle control. Zywoo to contest it. Masuta to try and back him up, and he's a bit shy of the mark, so's the Woo. And that just leaves 3. Bomb already ticking. Apex has clawed something back, need a whole lot more than that. There's 2 jungle side, and Electronics not slowing down.
Oh!
Shox is happening. He knows where they are. He can pull this back for Vitality. Fakes it out, knows where they are. Looking for the first head. Electronics are not gonna let this one go. Refuses to quit, refuses to surrender, and NaVi now with a converted pistol. They've got the red carpet rolled out, Chad. The gold bars, they're out. They're being polished as we speak.
Oh dear, what an absolute game this has been from Electronic, right? 22 kills for him now. Shox making the best of a bad situation here. 2 quick taps to the heads right there, but this is Electronic's 22nd kill, his 2nd in the round. And they're getting closer and closer now in that NaVi camp, but they need to get past this force buy of Team Vitality next. Apex into the scout, the Deagles for the rest.
It's just in their face, they can almost taste it. Force buy from Vitality, next step for NaVi. And these are often sometimes the most chaotic and difficult to convert convincingly.
Yeah, they got 3 smokes to work with here on the Vitality side, so this is all just about stalling them out and hoping that these Deagles can tag away. Boomich still doing the window smoke the hard way. That one will be landing on in and giving Bit an opportunity to make his move. Smoke up towards Connector, nice and deep. And mid-control being guarded now. Kyojin spotted. And under that pressure, will have to drop out his smoke. So mission accomplished for both sides here. They know the scout of Apex is over towards A. Those warning pot shots are being heard time and time again. Just hoping for a tag through the board onto Bit, but he's not pushed up yet. And Boomich has actually started to float very passively back in towards T's spawn with that bomb. Now he needs to be careful. There is nobody on the other side of this yet, but if he goes walkabout, we'll need a friend or 2. He's called the evacuate to his team, who are loudly running on back through spawn now, and it does look like they want to pivot towards this B bomb site.
It would leave only 2 to receive them here. They've moved quickly enough. Smoke locks out Zywoo, who won't be able to contain that short presence.
He has to push that smoke.
He does, and he hasn't. Just now he strikes. Perfect timing. Can't seem to tame the final bullets, and it will just be the one head. Masuta's D good for one as well. And that Apex scout would have to do something. It chops his Deagle hands. Simple to save NaVi's 2nd round conversion. He's pushing into Shox. The pre-fire's there, playing the game. There's no time. Is there? 3.5? It might. Oh, ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, it's one way to win it. Kyojin technically pulls home the 6th, but it's the chaos on that B site, and they guess just running the clock down a little too shy of the mark.
Oh dear. That smoke at short, which came in just before the 30-second mark, is what really started to spiral this into chaos, right? Because NaVi couldn't go up at their own pace. They had to wait for that smoke to fade, and you can see just how close it was to Simple getting that bomb down in time.
If it still reads 4 in any capacity, you've got it.
Okay, well, it's the buy back in. They force-bought around this saved AK, and Simple, he's got something to prove. Straight through middle, Apex drops. And the number advantage is in their favor, but ZywOo attempting to claw that back, has contact with Perfecto.
They're going quick, dude. Look at this. 3 up the connector. They don't give a damn. And Kyojin spots it out. At the very least, he spotted it out. Never mind that. He's eliminated the Simple AK. Trying to survive as best he can. The pre-fire's good. It doesn't quite finish off Electronic, but Shox perhaps can. So much time now. The bomb's on its way, but so is the entire CT squad. Multiple angles to be cleared. Spotted out. That flash could do a lot. They're all there. No one to profit from it. ZywOo with 1. The frags are all over the place. Perfecto's in the clutch. Up against Shox. Both have been fantastic. Perfecto known for his clutching ability, and there's 60 seconds for them to dance around these boxes. A Tech 9 up against the M4, and it will be Shoxy that makes it 7. So 2 from the Vitality camp to humble the NaVi boys.
Oh dear.
It puts them back down into squalor. Nothing more than a pack of Hubba Bubba, a water pistol, and some pocket lint.
Well, we might be getting the game we wanted after all here, because this completely changes things now. Right, the fact that they've not been able to convert on the force buy back, the force buy wars are over. Vitality have won this. They've now put themselves 7 rounds to the good. They just need this conversion against the Eco here to secure the 8th, and then we're talking. Oh, what Perfecto left in that situation with the Tech 9. Oh, what's he meant to do?
Shox just brave enough to keep fighting.
I swear that Shox and Perfecto have the most, or 2 of the most, right, in terms of 1vx situations in this tournament so far. I don't know what it's at now with the series being live, but Perfecto was at the top, and I know Shox was in,
He was
pretty
in the
sure he was in the top 5, so just having those 2 locking horns.
So good to see Shox in form.
Look at Apex here, though, right? He's been on the receiving end of some opening deaths, and he doesn't even care about it. He's just gone aggressive again. He even just called to his team what the buy is, because he saw only 1 pistol on the floor, right? He knows just how light this buy is. That's the bomb. That's a 2nd kill onto Simple, and this one falls apart. Great play from Apex here, getting away with his aggressive maneuver. Now they just have to find the last 2. The nade, well, won't be the death of Bit. And Apex's MP9 sings. There you have 3 for him. I can't believe he's gone through spawn. He's looked at the guns and he's told his team. Like, you can see how vocal he's being while looking at the pistols, right? So it's just the smallest of details here. But here we go. The AKs are back out, and we've got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
We didn't get a single close map. Take a look, top right. Even some of those score lines are deceiving. Dust 2 in particular, Nuke certainly looked like it was NaVi's turf through and through. But now here in the 5th, and it does look like the gap is going to be closed to the point where we've got a competitive one. NaVi, 5 rounds, that's it. 5 rounds away from the Intel Grand Slam and joining legendary names such as Astralis and Team Liquid. Never mind lifting the ESL Pro League Season 14 trophy. That, to them, perhaps even considered a bonus.
Lord, speaking of bonus, Apex is being very aggressive with this MP9. It's not the position you want to be in to take a top mid fight, but they're hoping to be able to collapse down on NaVi if they test the water here. An aggressive mid flash, and nobody following through on it, right? But that's just to keep them in position. NaVi might hang around a little bit longer now, and we know that the time is traditionally their worst enemy.
Such a stark contrast. I mean, NaVi just hit an A repeatedly. Now it's going to be the all-in B. Boomich just holding spawn. Going to try and fake out something. There's the window smoke from that T-spawn spot, and Masuta aware, and he hears it, gonna be shouting and screaming. Boys, it sounds like B. Evades the flash, great shot, takes 2. Masuta steps up when his team need him most, and the rest are coming. And by rest, I mean ZywOo, coming in from behind to finish the job. Only Simple, up against the world, up against the Woo. That's 9 for Vitality, and it was pretty damn clean. They leave with 3 AK-47s.
That's crazy. That was like a bonus round for Vitality, right?
Yeah, did you see how quick Masuta deleted him? I thought he was on burst fire or something, just 2 to the dome.
That was mental. Masuta did so much there. That, like, is huge. To be able to withstand the B execute, and he was out of position as well. He was playing from short. He only just repositioned here. This was massive. Like,
this doesn't even touch the floor.
This is impact right here from Masuta. He stalled this one out. The cavalry's here. You know, he only goes down to Simple there. So they've already dealt with this. It was already done. They're getting blanked right here, NaVi. 4 rounds on the trot right now for Vitality. And Apex getting fired up. He's feeling himself now.
Testosterone flows, adrenaline pumping, dopamine in the system as you realize that gap has closed. And it's going to get even tighter. NaVi, this will not be a walk in the park, far from it. Maybe a walk in the park during a zombie apocalypse. 4 in a row from our CTs. 3 AK still in play, they kept it clean.
All right, well, just some light pistol upgrades here. Nothing really to write home about in terms of the purchase department, but let's see, can they make anything of this now, NaVi? They're getting one step closer with every round. They're getting one step further away when Vitality posts theirs. This is for double digits. This is for 10 right now, and Boomich on a solo mission quickly down towards Connector, found by Apex. The gap in the smoke is great, and now it's just going to be a flat play-out A-ramp.
Kyojin, another one, and of course, he's found Simple. His 10th death handed to him by the Belgian, Bit with something. The only Deagle in play, and it's not much more to be seen. A nice little USP finish, and everyone delivering here. Take a look at the kill spread. I think it's what, 4 that make it 5 that separates top from bottom. Zyu's just pulled ahead a bit more with his pair.
That's not even the scary thing. Think about these Famises. It's not like they're rebuying them. They've been carrying these through. These Famises have now existed to the point where you have Apex on 10 grand, you got 7.3 on Shock, Zyu with residual cash of about 4K, Kyojin with 6.3, Masuda with 3.4. There's money for Vitality. NaVi are not in a position to break them here financially just yet. They need to get a gun round going. They need to get something going on this T half. Just the pistol round to boast so far and aggression coming their way.
You wouldn't. Oh, Simple takes the shot straight into the Zyu peak. Here's the rebuttal though. Bit, he's so ready, and he's ready for you both. That's one way to find a round. Aggressive maneuver from Vitality, and it is completely quashed.
Now this is where we're about to see the nerve of NaVi. We know that the pressure is here. Now this is a 5-on-2 situation. Every day of the week, NaVi should be converting this, but let's see. Are they just gonna sit and wait? Are they gonna fumble at the final moments here with some miscommunication and maybe let the clock get the better of them? Stalled out now. Boomich working on mid-control. Bit just clearing out towards the B apartments here. Just keeping Masuda's feet planted, and he will succeed in doing exactly that. Shock's slinking on back with the timing towards Connector here. Bit is in. Oh, and that information might surge them towards A.
And Shox is hiding in plain sight. If Boomich wasn't to wait out that smoke, he could be hunted down. They are heading into the site. A re-smoke will leave Shox wanting. Masuda can't handle Boomich, but that's the bomb denial. Shox set up for the first, but nothing more. And NaVi will convert that one.
Oh, if we're talking about a crucial head-to-head to kick this round off, it was Simple AWPing Zyu over there towards Connector, right? So that one is a big way, like a huge scout for Simple to take, right? We big up this head-to-head, and it's not necessarily in the fact that they're dueling against one another, it's what they can do to the rest of the server. So Simple neutralizing him early, this is the fight, is huge. The follow-up, though, from Bit, right, for him to stand and get the first, great, but the second, that almost secures it right there. So huge stuff, 12 now to the 10, and remember, Vitality had another buy going. Plenty of money for this Zyu. Not deterred from fighting in middle, but Simple, he's not there this time round, up towards the B apartments.
Keeping such a cool head on his shoulders is Bit. Really just not feeling the pressure. How can a rookie not only win his first ever LAN, but then be thrust into a best-of-5 grand final for an extra 1.2 million and be cool about it? Be top of the scoreboard about it? You're mad. And so's he. Let's go. Bombs loose on the A side of the map. Bit continues to poke and prod up that underpass.
I think the biggest problem right now for NaVi is looking like they're set for an A split, right? Bit gonna come through late, maybe Boomich will chip in with him, but this double under balcony setup now has been rumbled. So they've dropped one smoke. Shox and Kyojin will both stand. A minute on the clock now and continuing their onslaught towards this site. More utility, more backup coming on over to help them, and Zyu is still in mid.
Yeah, he's got 2 to contend with himself. He's actually Molotov down to 50 there and still hits his shot. Bit unable to trade, and the bomb's coming A. 3 here, this double man, dark play, and what was that? Apex strafes out wide, gets some info, knows the bomb's there. He did tag up Simple. 10 HP on the superstar. It's gonna come down to the rest of them. Bit is the rest of them. Simple and Bit, quite the clutching partnership. They did wonders before, but Shox goes unchecked, baited in perfectly. And that leads to an 11th. Vitality, they double up, and Shox baits to perfectly secure the round. You can see back turn of Simple is an indicator of just how booked they got.
Yeah, now off that big play, right? This one they had set. This was the plan for Vitality out the gate. You saw just how long this setup under balcony was lying in wait to do exactly this. So Kyojin's done his role perfectly here, and Shox even more so. We get back underway. NaVi, they have enough to purchase again, but it's starting to get light on now. Simple's orbs out. There's Galil's in play. The util not looking great. And this is tied things up here for the French. Vitality 1 round away from going 12-12. This has gone the distance.
10-5 half as well. NaVi with a solid CT haul of their own. Completely equalized if Vitality can find it here.
They need to get into some sites, NaVi. They need to start getting the bomb down, right? We're not going to see them stay threatening as far as the economy is concerned if they don't. Their loss bonus is maxed out, right? So a plant will mean another buy, but they need to get that bomb down.
Electronic has been a real force to be reckoned with on Mirage. It might be him, the most likely candidate to find some impact. If it's not simple, he's actually going to be setting his teammate up across mid. The flash was timed to get him across safely, and we will once again see that about 60-second mark window smoke. Bit could find Shoxy here, and I don't know if, yeah, Shox isn't working with any info there either. Don't know where Kyojin's health just went. Apex. Careful now. 40 seconds, and you still have full control. They're coming through for a pop through the connector smoke, and it's only Apex catching Bit jumping. Now that's something. 4 on 5. Kyojin's looking the wrong way.
They're in.
And it should be a bomb plant. Only really ZywOo to contest this. And he's pulled the plug. Gets out. Clock extended by NaVi. They needed a plant, Chad. Well, they've got it. They also need 4 rounds. And this looks like one of them.
Smokes for this retake. Mollies as well.
Oh, I like the CT position. Simple's been scouted out, still hits his shots. Head on a swivel, leads to his demise. Shocks another. Perfecto goes unnoticed, unchecked for now. Masuta with him. And backs are turned. Masuta doesn't react at all. Still takes one with him, and ZywOo last to fall. 13 secured, and now just 3 rounds separating NaVi from our 3rd Intel Grand Slam.
Okay, well, that one right there was a gritty round, right? Vitality actually had a lot of utility to go for this retake here, but just completely outpositioned. And I guess that HP for Kyojin went down against a duel with the Electronic a little bit earlier in the piece. This one right here, Simple puts his body on the line. He gives himself up there, but Perfecto in the sleeper position almost secures this. You'll see that follow-up onto Masuta there, and then Simple as you like. ZywOo, too many targets, not enough time. And that right there is a real sticky situation for Vitality to find themselves in here. They're going to have to go for a hero moment of their own. There's enough money to get ZywOo with the AWP. He's bought that. Apex is into a Famis. Masuta doing the same. Shox can buy. Does he want to consider the double AWP? It doesn't look it. He's bought the armor. He's going to go for a rifle here. Maybe even wants to drop Kyojin an SMG or something of the likes because he's only got 1.5. This is a big round right now from Vitality. Their loss bonus in the next round of play is only 1,900. They lose this. They don't save anything. They are done.
All eyes on ZywOo here. He's been equipped with the biggest gun in the game, and his team has asked him to secure a 12th. Charging up mid, head completely looking the wrong way initially, confirms Boomich is out. NaVi posturing early with the bomb B side. Okay, looks like a bit of a gamble call's being made. I don't know if I'm reacting too early, but it looks like Kyojin at least putting himself in touching distance of the B site should he be required. Apex is still hanging out on A side. They don't have any info. Previously it was a connector pop, now it's an apps. And only really Shox is gonna be here. M4 in hand. Here it comes, NaVi in hot pursuit. The flashes are good. Shox stays silent and immediately eliminates Perfecto.
Need the trade.
That will slow him down. From behind, the trade is there. Apex saves their hide, and now on the bench, another head rolls. Vitality are going to close the gap. Simple with the bomb in 60 seconds. To try and secure it, Apex is going to lock the door behind him. He hears him. And he knows that this is going to be a heartbreaker. We'll upgrade, I would assume. And we're cooking with gas for a full 30 rounds of play.
They don't want the double AWP right there, so keeping that one out of his hands. ZywOo's got his AWP, they got rifles on the rest of them, and then this conversation goes back the other way, right? NaVi now in a position where Vitality can catch back up and tie the scoreline. Now that right there, there's 2 B executes that NaVi have rocked. One, Masuta rumbled, the other, Shox's rumbled. They haven't had any issues dealing with that B execute at all. They've just absolutely owned it. And they've gone in. All right, NaVi. You've gone in.
Holy sh...
You've got the loss bonus on your side. It makes sense if you can get the plant here. It makes sense if Simple can show us something right now with this AK. There's pistols around it. Can't go down with a whimper with an investment like this.
They're trying again. It's Shox and Masuta. Can they really be 3 for 3 on the apps defense? Looking good for the first. Shox neutralized. Boomich up short.
That's
good
it, they're
for
in.
it. And they completely have the site. Books another, and Simple provides. Just like that. Lightning does not strike Bryce. You will not defend this all in B.
Oh, they have to save as well. You know, Vitality, they don't have the loss bonus working in their favor, right? They're fighting against that loss bonus time and time again. So holding on to these guns means everything for NaVi to have the balls to do that, right? You imagine, you go back, you watch the demo, NaVi lose the game. They tried 3 B executes that were absolutely blanked by Vitality every single time. Well, they finally crack in. And with the worst buy of the lot, that's 14.
How did it come toppling down? Was Boomich just running up short tech 9? Is that where I heard his gun coming from?
I think he went out of
He came out of apps as well?
well.
Okay, he just must have strafed and immediately got under their skin.
It's just that normally what's happened is when they've jumped out apartments, it's either Masuda or Shox who's gotten that first kill. This time round, I think it was quite quickly traded. So, oh, it was up short. There you go. Quickly straight up through the backlines there. So that's the difference, the fact that he was there. So when the attention was turned, Boomich was in the right place. That's a difference maker. And Vitality, you're back in that same position where you're going, all right, well, I guess we're buying, right? We're going to scrap together what we have again. The Famises look good for Masuda in a couple of these occasions. Shox into a Deagle this time to buy. Not great, but they've already been able to withstand.
Do you know the worst? Like, the person I envy the least out of the people in the server here is actually Blade. You know, he's got to watch. He can't have any control over this. And already, Simple progressing into the A site. He's up and alone. Ahead of the pack, and look what it's led to. Kyojin completely blanked. Did not expect that. He's never had that in the previous rounds. Filling the void is Apex. And he's taken down. Simple,
Good
immediately
trade.
traded. Electronic springs to action. ZywOo knows where one of the 4 is. Bit super far ahead of the pack here, going looking. Masuda cannot afford to be caught out here, and I think he might be. Bit's looking the wrong way.
Oh, he has it cleared.
Okay, now Masuda's got a shot.
3v3. They know they're coming. Shox is here too.
Stampeding. They're rushing as fast as they can. Masuda, can you pass the test? The answer's no. Boomich denies. Bomb. Tagged. Shox. Surviving as best he can. Oh, the headshot. Boomich is gone, and Perfecto's next. ZywOo's taking him, and now a one-on-one for all the marbles. It's
Against
gonna
the
be
orb.
2.
Oh!
ZywOo collects. Vitality say play on. This is starting to deliver, Chad, in ways I wasn't expecting. Look at their funds, though.
Oh.
Sure, you've won, but you've still not got anything close to an ideal buy.
All right, well,
Bit doesn't check, bro. That's the first time I've seen Bit look human.
Yeah, just not expecting Masuda to still be there that late in the round, right? Ah, can't believe it. And they're able to get that kill. They're able to make it interesting, but Shox, just a sleeper, able to dance around the pole, make it interesting. ZywOo comes into play, and here it is, the 13th now for Vitality.
Oh, my Lord.
It's just this back and forth nature, right? We've been going back and forth 3 for each of these teams. Just back and forth, and the smiles on the faces. You want to see it right now, but it's a pressure moment here for NaVi. They've taken a timeout. They're talking things through. The money's there to buy. They're getting the guns in. Boomich into a Deagle. Simple given the AWP. AKs for the rest of them here. And if you're talking about a pressure moment, well, we've got another.
And so, with a deep inhale as you leave spawn, you fill your lungs with oxygen for a big one. So much at stake. Bit of a mix-up here from the CTs. Now it's a question of time, and it's a question of Bit working with some info. They don't necessarily immediately accelerate, but you can see Simple already knife out T-Spawn, wants to get back with the pack.
Maybe he didn't see that. He didn't even acknowledge it. He didn't even look back up. I thought he may have caught it on that jump down, but not to be the case. And they are really postured for A. Vitality, no, right? Shox is already windowed. Vitality have... Oh, no, he's backing off. Shox is actually heading towards B. They're just going to play the standard 3-2 split. Kyojin's forward here. This is a huge push. Kyojin, you could catch him off guard. He's flashed in. Kyojin, no, he's gone down.
Gets nothing for it. The flash, it was improvised, it was inspired, but leaves with an opener for NaVi. This could be 15. Apex trying to do it all. Presence to suppress the Palace players. That will slow him down. It's Bit that stands his ground. 1 HP, but he's still kicking. ZywOo's missed his first. How many more chances will he get? The T's have the site, they have the plant, 40 seconds, thrust onto the clock, and the CTs,
Oh no.
they scarper.
They're saving at this point. Remember, there's no loss bonus for Vitality. Every single time they've bounced back, right? Every single time they
Sure.
lost a round, they won one back. They didn't let the loss bonus build. It wasn't possible to keep the game this tight. And they have no option but to save yet again.
This could be everything if Perfecto does activate to find a couple.
Oh, the thing is, Navi's money's not there either. Do they want to throw bodies at this? Right, obviously, they can throw a couple, but Perfecto's the only man close to even contest this right here. They're going to let Vitality get away with all these guns.
I mean, that's a dream. They'll likely get to defend their honor with a viable set of weaponry.
Oh dear, okay.
Now, this is where I also just want to get in the head of an in-game leader. Like, you know, you've got one call separating you from everything, from a Pro League, from an Intel Grand Slam. Do you have the cojones to go for something quick?
Do you do the B execute
Do you
again?
hit him with B?
Do you do the B
I
execute
just don't
again?
know. What's so much pressure on the words you're about to speak? Like, think carefully, take your time out, take your extra 30 and talk this one through.
Well, Vitality are the ones to call this, and that's going to give NaVi the chance as well to at least discuss whatever they were thinking here. Now, there's plenty of money for them. Right now, Boomich combined with a full set of nades. There's residual cash as well. NaVi will be able to buy in the next round, even if they lose this one. That's not going to be a problem. The gun round next round is secured. But are we going to go the distance? Are we going to go all 30, or are NaVi going to collect this victory right here, right now?
This could be it. This could be the last round of Pro League. The last round when NaVi didn't have an Intel Grand Slam title. The calls have been made. The buys have too. HF's in the chat. And so the countdown begins. 1 minute 48. And the first shot's fired off. Zywoo reveals the orb and takes a pot shot. Boomich out top mid. Standard start for NaVi.
Bomb's already over towards A on Simple here. They've got Bit doing the same again, just through the underpass, defaulting like it's just another day at the office. They put
Zywoo's B.
Yeah, and that means he's not going to be involved in a lot of the action here unless the call comes in from Boomich to pivot back towards the second letter of the alphabet here, but he's corralling the troops elsewhere. Boomich setting up this mid smoke. Lobs that one out, Bit. A little bit more delayed on his underpass crawl this time round, and it's on Kyojin, Alex. They've site him on the A site on his absolute lonesome. The only player that can assist is Apex. It's just on Kyojin here if they continue towards A.
The smokes confirm his suspicions. Kyojin readies himself for war. Left alone, this slow crawl of NaVi. The pressure present for both. The shock's caught out, still adjusts. Perfecto will not be present in middle, and now forced to watch as NaVi have a go 4v5. Masuta makes it 3. Vitality wanting to extend play and deny within touching distance. Boomich has something to say about it. Apex goes unchecked, it's everything. A smoke to draw fire. Masuta careful now. T-side AWP in play. Great nade to soften him up. Boomich is slipping through though. And Masuta unprepared for it. Nearly caught another. A low HP Shox. Backs a turn. 1 for 1. It could not be closer, Chad. 2 on 2 for all the marbles. A push goes short for Boomich. And it's simple. Appropriately met by Zywoo to deny. Let's go. A full 30.
Okay. Wow. The back and forth nature of
Jesus
that one
Christ,
right there.
dude.
Oh, the mind games that, and Zywoo still has a bloody smile on his face. Of course he does.
Look at this,
he does.
Like that spray, he was millimeters away from Shoxy on connector.
Yeah, the time at this moment as well here. Like, this is just getting so, so close. The buy is back out. NaVi without the AWP here in play. Boomich out mid. Control taken. This time, no Bit through the underpass. A different looking round. Simple top mid, setting him up. Flash. And he's in.
Oh my God, he's going fast.
He's in.
It should be his. Zywoo collects. Still 1 in the feed. Bit keeps it competitive. Overtime looms a man advantage. Vitality, though, are they accounting for Simple? He's struck on the rotate. Shots will not have any more impact, and Apex has made a meal of it. Suddenly, Zywoo and Masuta with it all to do. An A finish. Masuta still miles away over on the B site. NaVi have so much time to play with, though, and they are not going to let this one slip. Comms at an all-time high. Bomb going down as I finish this sentence. And the smokes are still up. Looking to plant as safe from short as he possibly can. Up on CT, ZywOo trying to pull us into overtime. NaVi, 2 clicks of the mouse away, but ZywOo still denies Perfecto's chance. Dink down, 4 HP, wants to check CT. Simple's not going for it, but the Suitor versus Simple, and it's good for the NaVi boys. Only ZywOo can possibly save them. Only ZywOo can deny the Intel Grand Slam. NaVi, a couple of bullets is all it takes, and there it is. Their domination is secured. And I think their reaction says it all. So much hard work pumped into this one. Intel Grand Slam in the bag. Couldn't have been closer.